countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
As you can see, we're just about done with this format. By the point that we're playing Laval Artifacts, it's clear that we're basically scraping the gunk off the bottom of the outside of the barrel, but would it surprise you to know that this deck actually saw a short stint of competitive success? What I have in front of you here is actually a top 16 list from an ARGCS, and it's kind of shocking when you look at the cards included. The Lavals are not known for being particularly strong. Laval Cannon is pack chaff that you wouldn't want to play in Battle Pack 3 draft, but Laval Lakeside Lady and Laval Volcano Handmaiden, in conjunction with Molten Conduction Field, put together a deck that could only be powerful in a format with 3 Soul Charge. So what is this deck trying to accomplish? Well, it all revolves around this card, Molten Conduction Field. This card allows you to send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard, in theory. In practice, it lets you send 4. That's because Laval Volcano Handmaiden, if sent to the graveyard while you have a Laval monster in your graveyard other than Laval Volcano Handmaiden, can send an additional Laval from your deck to the graveyard. Does not exclude itself. So by using Molten Conduction Field to send Lakeside Lady and a Volcano Handmaiden, you can then send a Volcano Handmaiden and a Volcano Handmaiden and a Laval Cannon. At that point, you have 3 Lavals in graveyard, which means that Lakeside Lady is on and can pop a set card as well. This interaction becomes even more powerful when you realize the strength of reanimation spells in this format. If you've sent 4 cards to the graveyard, that Soul Charge is looking pretty. Rekindling, also extremely powerful, specifically in decks that contain monsters with 200 defense. And would you look at that, both Lakeside Lady and Volcano Handmaiden fit the bill. Now you need to find Molten Conduction Field, so you'll have to do 2 things. First, be able to filter to powerful spells, that's why we're playing Curry Bandit, and second, stay alive. That's why we're playing cards like Artifact Begaltech and Moraltech, which of course were very powerful during this time anyway. I want to draw specific attention to Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos, who will pretty much never run out of material because of how many Lavals you expect to have in the graveyard. Finally, while Laval Cannon is nothing to write home about, he will be the only one remaining in your deck after resolving a Molten Conduction Field, which isn't too bad because once you start banishing copies of Lakeside Lady, you can bring them back with Laval Cannon in order to make a quick 7. Wiping the board with something like a Black Rose Dragon is very easy to do in this deck. Now, I'm sure you're all looking at the 14-card side deck and thinking, what happened? But the list that was posted on ARG did, in fact, have 14 cards in the side. Just didn't need the extra one. Let's go into the card by card real quick. We've got Artifact Begaltech, which can pop cards in your own back row, 3 copies of Moraltech, 1 Blaster, double Curry Bandit, triple Laval Cannon, double Lakeside Lady, triple Volcano Handmaiden, 3 copies of Artifact Ignition, which we have not talked about too much. This card allows you to target a spell trap on the field, destroy it, and then set an artifact from your deck into your spell and trap card zone as a spell. This card's very powerful, and during this period, competes with MST in terms of deck space for decks that are playing Moraltech. Double Cyclone, of course, is very powerful in decks that include the artifacts. 3 Molten Conduction Field, 2 Duality, 1 Rekindling, triple Soul Charge, 3 Sanctum, 2 Breakthrough Skill, a Call of the Haunted, a Dust Flame Blast, a Malevolent Catastrophe, a Torrential Tribute, and 2 Wiretap on the side. We've got the Maxis, we've got the Dark Hole, we've got Soul Release, we've got Malevolent Catastrophe, triple Needle Sealing, and triple Vanity's Emptiness. Glad to see some people had figured it out. In the extra, we've got Black Rose, Colossal Fighter, Goyo, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Stardust Spark, and TG Hyper Librarian. I'm actually a little concerned about this. This deck is really good at laddering because they have a 1-star tuner. So going from like a 5 to a 6 to a 7 is pretty frequent. But as you can see, we've just loaded up on pretty much every 8 under the sun. Like, why do we need Colossal Fighter? Surely it would be better to be playing more specific synchro monsters. After that, we've got double Pleiades, an Exoton Knight, a Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, a Laval Chain, a Silent Honor Arc, a Volcasaurus, and a Tyros Keeper of Genesis. That's a lot of 5s. So with that, here's Alex.
Have I won with a single ninja deck? Like, honestly, I know I've played, like, so many different ninja variants, and I've become, like, the ninja player in Jank, but, like, I think I've lost with every single ninja deck that we've played. I'm sure someone can correct me in the comments, but it feels like every time I play any ninja variant ever, I'm just out of the game entirely. At least we're not playing Slifer this time around. I know how much you guys love any Slifer variant, so that'll come later, I imagine. Ninja Hieratic. This is maybe, like, one of the best versions of, like, a ninja deck that would exist for around this time. It's a bit strange because, like, the Hieratics are already good enough by themselves that they don't really need, like, a complementary, like, engine that sort of doesn't really bolster the ceiling of the deck because the deck ceiling is already incredibly high, but it does allow you to do a lot of neat things, so I figure it's worth giving a shot. So let's do the card by card. We've got BLS because we're playing Hieratic, and it's a Chaos Synergy, of course. Triple card because we can afford to just take a turn off, draw a few cards, and just kill our opponent on the following turn. 2 copies of Dragard. This is a cool little guy. 1 normal summon. You can target a normal monster with 1,000 or less attack in your graveyard, special summon in face-up defense position, and a second effect, once per turn, you can tribute a dragon monster, target a face-up monster you control until the end phase its level becomes 8, and if it does, it gains 800 attack. So this is nice because you can bring back, like, your material for the Hieratics and have, like, a bit of an extension play. So he's cool. I mean, I don't know how good he is. I guess we'll find out when we actually play. We've got triple Aset, double Nebthet, triple Sue, triple Tefnuit, and then, of course, we have triple Hanzo. We have 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and 2 Labradorite Dragon. Why we're on 2, I have no idea. I feel like you would never want to play more than 1 of this card because if you draw it, it's just a giant brick, but we'll see how it goes. For the spells, Wing Beat of Giant Dragon to blow out our opponent's back row, Forbidden Lance to protect our plays, Convocation for consistency, Magic Planter is very funny because we can get rid of, like, Super Transformation or Fiendish Chain to draw more cards, and Rhoda, of course, to get to the Hanzo. Then we have the traps, Blackhorn, double Fiendish Chain, double Super Transformation. So, like, the gimmick here is that with Hanzo, if your opponent plays, like, a big monster, you could Super Transformation Hanzo and the monster away for, like, a red MD, which is actually kind of sick. You could also go into, like, any of your other, like, Hieratics potentially too, depending on, like, what your hand looks like. But I guess it's, like, an okay gimmick, and this deck doesn't really need a normal summon anyway. Like, a set is fine because it sort of gets the Hieratic plays going, but, like, in practice, I'm not really sure how well this will work out. I guess we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. And then Solemn Warning, Torrential Tribute, and Vanity's Emptiness. For the extra deck, we are playing 2 copies of Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. I was a bit confused while we were playing this at first, and then I realized Labradorite Dragon's actually a tuner, so, like, maybe that's why you're playing 2 of this card, because you can, like, Dragard it back, and then you're able to go into, like, Leo, which is, like, fine, I guess. I don't know, like, how good that is, but hey, we'll see. Star Eater, Trident, Dragion. It's not Dragon, it's Dragion. Make sure you always remember that. And then for the Xyz, we have Durandal, we have Pleiades, a M7, 2 copies of Gaia Dragon, a Gauntlet Launcher, triple Atum, a Volcasaurus, and a Strike Bouncer. Side deck's just double DD Crow, a Quackimere Drago, a Majesty's Fiend, very funny, double Maxi, double MST, double Xyz Encore, a Different Dimension Ground, 2 Royal Decree, and 2 of a card I have never seen before in my entire life, double Dragon Descent. This card says, when an opponent's Xyz monster declares a direct attack, special summon a light dragon type Xyz monster from your extra deck in attack position. Then, the attacking monster attacks it instead, and you proceed to damage calculation. Its attack becomes equal to the attacking monster's, also if its effects are negated. You can only activate 1 of this per turn. I'm not really sure what this is in here for. This is just, like, the jankiest card I've ever seen, and I don't feel like with Joseph playing Laval Artifact that it's going to come up, because I feel like he's more of a Synchro deck than an Xyz deck, but it's very funny, and if there is an opportunity, I will try to pull this off. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. You know, Joseph, the problem with taking up the Ninja Mantle is that once we get to, like, 2023 for the history of Jank, I'm gonna have to play, like, the Ninja deck that, like, is actually competent and can do things. So, not looking forward to that, unfortunately.
Wait, are you saying the downside to playing this archetype is eventually it gets good? Oh, no.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know if good would... Well, actually, in the context of Jank, it probably actually is quite good.
Oh, yeah, it's functionally an FTK against...
Yeah.
Whatever people are playing now. I mean, in 2023, it's going to be like, you're going to face off against a bargain bin 10-minute testing deck.
Essentially, yeah. The Ninja cards do have a lot of really cool things that they can do. Your deck also has a lot of really neat things it can do, and hopefully you'll do a much better job than I did at showing off what this deck is capable of.
This topped an ARGCS.
That's a top, Joseph. That's a legitimate...
Better than I've ever done, yup.
That's true. Same with me. Same with me. Let's get into it, buddy. Shout out the patron. Alex Perez, thank you for the support. Buddy, do you have the hand up?
Yes.
I rolled a 1 for the number of times I'm going to win this match.
I picked 7. There was no reason.
All right, odd. Woohoo! All right, we get to go first. That's what we want to do. If we can just see Hanzo, then we win the game. Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, best of luck to you, too.
We're still drawing for turn, right? I think so.
We are.
Yeah, we're not Duelist Alliance.
Oh, man, this... Oh, as much as I want to rag on this deck, it actually is not terrible.
I would agree. Normal card D!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking good, buddy.
All right, we're going to draw 2 and immediately end our turn. Good deck. Go ahead.
Looks good. Looks good. I'm going to try doing this. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Back to you.
Okay, that's terrifying. We'll draw. Main one, we have Rhoda.
Yes.
After the card D, of course.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Only target in our deck is Hanzo, so we'll grab him.
He's a good one.
We'll try it. I guarantee this is not resolving.
I'm going to try BTS, but I get absolutely blown out by some transformation or something.
You're fine. No response to that. I guess we'll hit your Handmaiden or whatever.
It's Lakeside Lady. Yeah, it's not a real card.
Second main, then, in that case, I'm going to match your back row from before, and I'm just going to go set 1, set 2. Over to you.
We are going to go Artifact Ignition, target the old back row.
That's a real card. It is the super transformation. I did have the ability to get you, but you didn't have a face-up monster on the field.
All right, we will grab Moraltech here, and then we will double Cyclone, target this one, and Moraltech.
This is not looking good, folks. That is fine. It was a Fiendish Chain.
And then we will Moraltech.
And I'll pop my Hanzo, because I believe Moraltech is only face-up only.
I would really like to eat this, but I can't, yeah. Draw for turn?
I was about to say, because Moraltech can just deal with the Hanzo by itself. Yeah, you're good. Fine.
Standby main.
All good.
All right, check it out. Laval Volcano Handmaiden.
Fuck. Yeah.
Wait, what are we meant to do here? Just to make a 6? That's fine. We're going to sync these off for a Goyo Guardian. And then because I have a Laval, I'll trigger Volcano Handmaiden, is what I would say if this card was not a fucking when you can.
When you can. Great card.
Dupe Frog looking ass. All right, no problem, no problem. Let's just get in.
I'm going to warning this Goyo.
Oh, boo.
We didn't even get to that part.
You are such a poopy head. Oh, my God. All right, well, that's pretty boring, actually.
Are we having some exciting gameplay? This is where you fire Soul Charge.
What would Soul Charge even do? I think it literally doesn't even do anything. Yeah, go ahead.
It just gets you a bunch of guys. That's it. That's a pretty good one off the top. We'll go Hanzo. All right. Super transformation, come to me.
This is whack. I think I actually have to torrential here.
Wow, that's bleak. Okay, yeah. Sure. This is awful. Joseph, it could be anything, okay?
It could be anything. Oh, wow, that's a really good one. Okay, we're gonna normal Curry Bandit.
That is actually kind of nuts. Yeah, sure.
And we will commit to it because I don't intend to.
I knew you had it. I knew you had it.
Yeah,
all
right. You're right.
Go nuts.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Am I even getting the Moraltech? I actually don't think it does anything. There's no 12s. We can't ladder because there's no 4s in the extra. Are we just getting Moraltech as a guy? Just a lad? We're definitely going Lakeside Lady. So this is 4,000. Am I
4K.
Really comfortable taking that much?
I'm comfortable with you taking that much. It makes it a lot easier for me.
I bet you are. I bet you are. All right, I'm going to... we'll take 4. We're going to go Lakeside Lady and Moraltech to the grave for... Ooh, does Scrap Dragon cause Volcano Handmaiden to miss timing?
I think Scrap Dragon just destroys both of them, and that's it, right? That's the last thing to happen? I don't think so.
Let's try it out. So we'll go Scrap Dragon here.
And if we're cheating, then the comments will let us know.
Well, if we're cheating, that's what you have to do in Laval. We'll go Scrap Dragon, target Laval Volcano Handmaiden, and it could be the transformation. You know, it could be. Who knows? This card.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I see no reason why this wouldn't trigger. It says destroy them. That's the last thing that's happening.
All right, so then we'll trigger Laval Volcano Handmaiden.
Get to do the fun stuff now.
We'll send it. Okay, and then we'll send it. Okay. See, like, this is cool. Okay, and now we have the bad ones. We can send Lakeside Lady and I'm not fucking with you here, we have Volcanon in here.
Of course you do.
Let's actually go for a cannon. Yeah, that's looking good to me. Then we'll proceed to the end phase. We'll activate Curry Bandit.
Mill 5.
Oh, these are all insane. Holy guacamole. Okay, let's grab... Oh, these are so unbelievably strong against you.
Dust Flame Blast is a sick card. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, no, this is actually the one top that this deck has They played Infernity in the final and opened Dustflame Blast twice and just won the game on the spot.
I mean, I can understand why. This card seems nuts.
That said, I think I'm taking Wiretap.
Boo.
I know.
These cards go to the graveyard, sir, not back to the deck.
I should have just put them in the graveyard. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know what you were thinking either. It's still early for you. I understand.
Yeah. We're filming this at 3 p.m. I wake up at 2.
End phase, sir. You can't set this.
Hey, be cool. Be cool about this. Be cool.
You're not playing Labyrinth or whatever archetype lets you set stuff like that. All right, this is not looking good for us here. I'm gonna be honest. I'm dead here if you draw a monster, but I'm not dead if you don't. Do I want to take that chance? We can do this. I'm gonna go set, pass.
All right, we are gonna Lakeside Lady to get the back row.
It is a Vanity's Emptiness.
Damn, that's a nice one. All right, let's normal Lakeside Lady.
Okay.
Combat.
Sure.
We'll try to get in here.
It is Dragar.
What the fuck is this card? I've literally never seen this card in my life.
It's not good right now. I'll tell you that.
No, he doesn't look very good, really, ever. We'll go 2 and 28.
3,000. I'll take it.
Let's go Dragard and Laval Lakeside Lady. I mean, honestly,
At the end of the day, it's a level 4.
Does it matter? I really don't want. I almost don't want to use Dragard. There's not actually any good good 7s, but it's not like I can use it with anything else. There's no 9s out yet. I guess we'll just make Black Rose at attack.
Sure.
We'll set 1 and pass.
Okay, I need a good one. That is not going to do it.
No, you don't sound super confident about that.
That won't do it. I have Rhoda.
Okay.
But the problem is I'm out of super transformations, so
Yeah.
you have got it. Double Labradorite Dragon in the opener, folks.
Epic.
Fantastic. Fucking double Labradorite Dragon. Unbelievable. I actually, wasn't dead if I got any dragon that I could normal summon, because I had Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon in hand, too. So the play was bring out Dragon, bring out Red MD, bring back the Dragard. Dragard tribute itself to pump the Red MD, and then I could, get over stuff. But I think I might have just still been dead at that point anyway.
Yeah, I mean...
All right, best of luck, buddy.
I think my hand was fine, but I feel like I didn't get to do too much.
The same... It's literally, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did turn 1 last time.
And it worked out so well last time. Well, I really don't have anything proactive to do. Let's go Molten Conduction Field.
I have nothing proactive
Okay,
except the best card in my deck. That's
okay,
fine.
we'll go Handmaiden and Lakeside Lady. And then,
them all.
wow, it's crazy. Handmaiden, Cannon.
Sure.
What do you know? We have 3 with different names. So we are going to banish the Handmaiden to crack your back row here.
Super transformation with no ninja, so don't worry.
Let's go 1, 2, 3.
I think the funny part about my card car is I drew the exact same 2 cards off of it as I did the first time.
Insane.
Rhoda, we'll grab Hanzo.
Yep.
Try for Hanzo.
No BTS this time. Go for it, baby.
We actually get a card. Woo! Not like it matters when you have all these handmaidens and everything. Get the super transformation. Try for 18. Doubt this is going to connect.
I will take it.
Second vein, I've got 2 back row.
Oh, that's really not
Over
good.
you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Send back.
Okay, no artifact ignition, double cyclone, moral attack like last time. That's good.
Dark hole.
Fine.
Yeah, it's not pretty, you know. Let's go Rekindling.
Oh, barf. That's just 2 handmaidens. I guess that's fine. Sure. Okay. Tuners.
Yes.
No response. You're good.
Let's go Call Target Laval Cannon.
Sure.
All right.
On res here, I'm going to activate Different Dimension Ground.
The last card is Super Transformation. So it's a question of if I feel that it is likely you have another ninja. Yeah, I'll take the bait. Let's just get in for 16 here. Second main, we're just going to set 1 more, and we will pass back to you.
These get banished.
Oh, they banish them during the end phase? All right, then I ain't
That's
doing
how
this shit.
Rekindling works.
We never got to the end. Oop, we never got to the end phase before. Fine, we'll do...
They're going to get banished anyway if you get rid of them with synchro play. So
we'll do TG Into Goyo. There's no other.
Goyo?
Yeah.
Just for a big guy.
He's a lad, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Passing? All right, I'll draw. Standby main. We will special summon Tefnuit.
Whoop. Could be anything.
Could be anything. Could be anything.
Tef is fine.
We will sacrifice Tefnuit for Sue by the
Sue's fine.
effect. So we'll go Tefnuit effect here.
Yep.
I guess we'll grab good old Labradorite.
I guess you will.
I think we just have to start doing things. So we'll overlay. We'll go for a tomb.
All right, I probably have to Sanctum here. We'll grab Moraltech.
Pop the tomb.
I'm trying.
Sure. Haven't normaled yet, because all I've done is special Tefnuit and Sue. And I guess now we can try to show this little guy off. Normal summon Dragard. I
Yeah.
will target the Labradorite dragon in my graveyard.
Uh-huh.
That fine?
Yeah.
Okay, got him back. Now, let's go. That seems fine. Banish the Dragard for Red MD.
Oh, okay. This is disastrous. Yeah.
We'll try for Red MD. Bring back a Sue.
Yep.
With that attack. And try this again. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go Gauntlet Launcher.
Okay.
We'll try for Gauntlet Launcher. Go for the Goyo.
Yeah.
This thing is not once
No,
per
it's
turn.
crazy.
That's kind of crazy. Sure, let's do it again. Pop the Moral attack.
It's such a dopey looking card to be this strong.
I know. We'll go 24.
Yep.
28.
Yep.
Okay. Didn't think that would work, if I'm being totally honest. Second main, I don't think there's really much left I can do, so I'll pass.
Oh my god.
Soul Charge off the top.
No, not at all. Back to you.
Okay. Draw.
Okay. Standby. We're gonna go dubs. Target this and one of mine.
I have no response. I imagine a Moral attack's in my future. Oh, Begal attack.
And then Moraltech.
Yeah,
I was
makes sense.
trapped on these guys.
I had, like, I didn't want to, like, trigger Sue, because I know you're on the artifact, so I didn't want to make myself any worse for myself than it was. All right, so Red MD's gone. Main phase is good. Convocation.
Uh-oh.
Let's grab... I think we can probably wrap this up with a set. We'll go normal S set.
Yeah.
We'll sack it for Sue. Trigger the S set. Bring back the Labradorite.
Yep.
We'll overlay here for...
You got another gauntlet launcher in there?
I wish. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what I grab here. I can just go for a tomb. We can go a tomb effect. Like I said, this really doesn't matter because I think I just have the game anyway. We'll grab... It's got to be from deck, which is annoying. Whatever. Give me a Nebthet. Who cares?
Sure.
We just make Gaia Dragon here. We just pierce over for lethal.
Oh, I'm at 1,000. Yeah, you got it.
Yep. All right. Game 3. Woo!
Yeah, I had just kind of forgotten over the course of the first game that you're playing a hieratic deck. Like, you can just kill me into the sun if you draw correctly.
You know, honestly, Dragard kind of proved his worth that last game. That was kind of cool.
It did work out. This worked out too.
Shit.
Okay.
All right. Be cool, man. Be cool.
I mean, I'm being as cool as I can. Okay, same thing as always. It's crazy that this archetype has Snake Rain. Let's go normal Curry Bandit.
Sure.
Set to Curry Bandit.
Just 5 monsters. 5. Well, that's impossible.
Oh my
God.
Wow.
How was Curry Bandit ever legal at the same time Soul Charge?
I gotta
was?
take
I'm
Soul
sorry.
Charge. I'm gonna be honest with you. Blaster too. Oh God. Okay,
That's
okay. Go ahead.
insane. We'll draw. Standby main. I'm so fucked.
You better
with this
kill me
hand.
right now. I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I am so fucked. All right. Here's the play.
Yeah.
All right. I know how I'm gonna win this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set 4 cards face
Jesus
down.
Christ. Okay.
There's no conceivable way you are gonna win this with 4 cards.
All right, we'll go
face down.
ignition,
Go ahead.
just blind firing.
Fuck you.
All right, well that's a good one. Let's go get Moraltech.
That was a good one. Yeah, sure.
Okay, anything in standby?
Unfortunately, no. I wish there was.
All right, main phase we'll go Laval Lakeside Lady.
Okay.
We will grab this one.
I'm gonna regret this. It's MST. I'll go for this one.
Oh, you got so rewarded.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you got
All right.
so rewarded.
Woo,
you know, I'm
that was
actually
close.
gonna let's go. Oh, wow, this is a thinker. Normal Laval cannon, target Lakeside Lady.
Want to do this before you soul charge, I imagine. Is that the play here? I'll maxi. That's fine.
Well, that sucks. All right, let's just go combat and hit for 16.
Sure.
Second main, I will set one back to you.
Got soul charged back there still. Scary, scary. I'll draw.
Yep.
I hate this deck so much. Let me tell you. I despise this deck with every fiber of my being.
Yeah.
I'm going to set one and pass.
Sure. Draw for turn.
On your standby, I'm going to emptiness.
We'll chain ignition here.
Had ignition. All right, nothing I can do about that. Sure.
Let's do after resolution. Let's hit this one.
Sure, because vanities will just die anyway. That's fine.
Well, shit, I had this really crazy Black Rose play, but now I don't need to do it. I just kill you. Let's do it anyway. We'll send these two off to the graveyard for Black Rose.
Okay.
We are going to fire Black Rose.
You realize this doesn't trigger your artifacts, right?
Yes, it does.
It's not my turn.
Be cool, be cool. Okay. We are still we're making Black Rose.
I mean, you might just make it anyway, just to I mean, you could soul charge them all back if you want, I guess.
I'm good, though. We're going to banish Lakeside Lady and this guy to eat the set card.
Yeah, so I had to do the Vanities play because Dragard's 1900, so I was thinking if I do it preemptively, you can't get the Lakeside Lady into the grave to pop the emptiness.
And honestly, fuck a soul charge, right? Combat.
This is 52. I'm not dead.
Do we have a Dracosac in here? We don't. Ugh, come on. All right, back to you.
I have 0 chance. I still have 0 chance because if that's a real card, I'm probably just out of it. Normal S set.
Yeah, for sure. Whoa, hold up. We're gonna have vanities here.
Oh my God, the reverse vanities, you dick. All right, I'm out of it. You won.
Oh,
Congrats.
man.
This is awful. I drew the Labradorite Dragon 3 games in a row.
That's why they're playing 2, in case you draw it.
I sided one out, and this is the only one.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I'm honestly impressed by the Laval Artifact deck. That kind of kicked. That was cool.
These decks are not awful. Like, listen, it is a time-honored tradition to take an existing playable tiered deck, like Hieratic in this case, and just jam ninjas in it. You know how, like, people would just, like, take any deck that didn't use their normal and put Alistair in it for a time? For those of you in our audience who were born in 2016, prior to Invoked, Hanzo was Alistair.
Hanzo was Alistair, yeah.
And you would just, like, you would summon some, like, big-ass dragon, and you'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Or, like, Apex Avian or something, and, like, that's cool.
Yeah, right? This deck is just trying to make use of the thing that we've all known forever, which is there is no way Molten Conduction Field and Volcano Handmaiden aren't broken. You send 5 cards from your deck to the graveyard. There's gotta be something it does. And this is, you know, we've done a couple of decks where it's like really close. Here you get to destroy a back row. You set up a Rekindling. You have a ton of opportunities to hit stuff like Blaster to maybe convert it into real advantage. Soul Charge is at 3. Soul Charge is kind of like bad Rekindling, right?
Bad Rekindling, he said.
I'm going to be honest, the artifact stuff is a little attenuated. I feel like it doesn't necessarily have a particularly good place in here, but it is really good. Like, the artifacts are good cards, so they kind of fill in the gaps in the strategy. Outside of that, jam some trap cards and hope for the best, baby.
I was about to say, I feel like the artifacts mix rather well because it lets you, like, survive to do the big blowout plays with Rekindling and Soul Charge, which, like, the deck kind of struggles with otherwise. Like, I remember before, I think I played the Laval deck, like, several months back, and if you don't combo off, you just are a sitting duck. You have no follow-up whatsoever, where this version of the deck, you have a strong line of defense in, like, a relatively compact engine, and it has, like, some random incidental synergies with the rest of the deck, because since the Lavals have so many tuners, you have, like, level 5 Moral Tack to easily get into, like, 7s or 8s or 6s, and, like, that gives you just something to just kickstart your plays, especially if you're getting into stuff, you know, like Librarian as well. So I actually think the synergy, even though it's not, like, it doesn't have, like, this organic symbiotic relationship. It just sort of just like you said, it just like fills the gaps of what the deck needs to actually like compete to a degree. My deck, on the other hand, in true ninja form, we have Fallen. How could this have happened?
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's just hieratic with a bunch of bricks in it.
Yeah, it sucks because I ended up drawing like so many traps in the third game, excuse me, but you need to play like some of these, and there's not like enough room to side out all of them, and we're also in like 2014-ish timelines, so you still just kind of play traps anyway, just because you can afford to. A hieratic issue, you just draw Labradorite Dragon, and then it's just like a card that rots in your hand and just does absolutely nothing. Dragard was kind of cool, just because he actually like allows you to have like a neat little follow-up, because you don't really commit to your normal summon outside of Hanzo, but also, again, with Super Transformation, if you just keep Hanzo off the board, then I can just never use this card, and it doesn't do anything. It also doesn't help when I draw Red MD in hand, so I can't even summon it regardless. So, you know, there's that.
But
I mean...
Yeah, we talk about this constantly, but this deck represents one of those types of deck building strategies that, like, thankfully, as decks sort of congeal into, like, control builds and aggro builds and stun builds and stuff, we see less and less of. But it's a combo deck that's playing 20 traps. Like, it is just at war with itself in terms of what it wants to do. Do you want to accomplish your linear play, or do you want to disrupt your opponent's linear play? And with hieratic, I think you've got a ceiling higher than pretty much anything else in the format. You just need to trust your deck and be like, fine, I'll load up on lances and just hope for the best. I mean, pretty much every game I won is because you drew into the back row half of your strategy, which doesn't compete against the back row half of my strategy, which is also my linear strategy, so...
Right, exactly. And had I had more offensive combo cards to be able to play through your defensive cards, we could have probably pretty easily eventually gotten there. But
takes until Duelist Alliance for Duelists to figure out how to build.
Yeah. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Richard Enormous, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Jesse Wood, Valen Jackson, Chris Hood, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Indian Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Dalton, Luban Yodaban. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, CMOS Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLaperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT cancel by all communities soon, cancel by all committees soon, cancel by all players soon, Shrugzix, the Crystal Beast Enthusiast, Corvain, and Grey9. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.